then we'll get into our, like, oh, girl, next time we hang out, I want to be able to do the splits. It's a lofty goal, but I'm hoping that's not what we can do. We can work on that. So I'm going to turn my hands in, and then I'm going to pull my shoulder down. But it's cool because, like, when we do splits, we're, like, trying to do the splits. Since we're doing Pilates, we'll do all the things that make us do the splits, but while we're strength training, which is, like, a different way to get there, and I like it. Alright, and then I'm going to shrug my shoulders to my ears, and then down towards my waist. Doing this really helped me see how not strong my lats were. I'll go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'll make a nice little football above my sternum, not like above like my neck. And then I want to go ahead and take both elbows down towards the floor, and then I'm going to squeeze shut. And I'm trying to keep that down so that I can get a stretch through here. If I arch, it goes away. And then I feel like it's boring, but it's really me. And I'll do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'll go ahead and leave my elbows down. I'm going to turn my palms towards my thighs. So I'm going to go ahead and open. And then back up. Open. And I'll go 4, 3. That feels kind of nice. 2, 1. And then I'll take my hands back up towards the ceiling. I'm going to keep everything in tight. If I disengage at all, I have no hopes of staying on this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my shoulders down my back. I'm going to make sure that this is on. And I'm going to lift my camera heel and set it down. I'm going to lift and get myself ready. And I'll lift for 4, 3, 2, and I'll switch to the other side. This gives you time to get in your glutes a little. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now I'll go back to the other leg. I'm going to lift the heel. I'm going to lift the leg. And then I'm going to set the toes down and set the heel down. Same thing. Lift. I'm not breaking it down each time because I'm sure, but I don't want it necessarily be a whole foot lift, but to be able to articulate through a little bit. And I'll go 4, 3. I like this one. It's a good way to start moving, but it's not too aggressive. And last one, but it makes me do all of the balancey things. And then I'll switch to the other leg. I'll lift the heel up, and I'll march up for 8, and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, awesome. And then I'm going to take my hands behind the nape of my neck. This really gives me some insight. And I'm sitting on my tailbone, and then I'm not pushed into my low back, where the floor is kind of harder sometimes. So I'm going to keep that little tiny space here, and then I'm going to curl up. And so again, yeah, oh my goodness, you have a little space. And then back down. And I'm going to curl up and back down. And I'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now like we went on before, I'm going to go and twist towards you. And then back to the middle. And then again, twist, 2. So when I'm on the floor, I can like twist and move my hips, and it doesn't really matter because I'm just trying to go as far as I can, or the best I can. But on the foam roller, you can tell if you're shifting your weight. And 8. Okay, so be careful the first time. I'm gonna twist and let this like, if you like twist too far, you'll lose it. I'm gonna twist and set it back down. Twist. Woohoo! It's perfectly acceptable that I'm gonna fall in front of you sooner than later. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'll twist to the back, the other way. And I always like stair step it, so if you don't want to lift your leg up, you don't have to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'll lift the leg. 8, 7, woo, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. And then I'll set my feet down. I'm gonna roll off the side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take the foam roller and I'm gonna stick it under my pelvis. Kind of get started on some things. With it under my pelvis, you'll have a different place that feels better. I'm gonna stick it somewhere and then I can always adjust it, but I wanna do my pelvic clock. So we usually do it with the pelvis on the floor, but this gives you something to move around. So I'm gonna go ahead and tuck my tailbone, and then I'm gonna kind of stick it out a little bit, and then I'm gonna tuck. Alright, and this is leading up to some of our back bendy things that we're gonna do for later. The trick with what's going on inside of you is back bends are healthy when the front is pinned, but when it's all the back and the front isn't pinned, then that's where people get compression. Good. I venture to say not every perfect thing. Okay, so then I'm gonna drop one hip down and then the other. So I'm kind of swaying back and forth. Let's see what that feels like. Yeah, so we're gonna pin the front and then we're gonna work our way into some back bendy things. However, if your hamstrings are tight, it's harder to pin on the front because then it becomes quad and you start fighting yourself. I had it up higher so I could kind of get a little bit of extension. I'm going to go back towards my tailbone, and then I'd have you lift one leg up, and then followed by the other one, and then we're going to work on those hamstrings less aggressively. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and have them at tabletop. Of course, I'm at an angle. You can always go away a little bit so it feels better. And then I'm going to go ahead and let my camber leg, I'm going to twist it open like clam, and then I'm going to squeeze it back shut. I'm going to do the same leg, and then I'm pulling it from here. Inhaling and exhaling. 3, relaxing the shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll go to the other leg. Inhaling up and exhaling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so really what we're leading up to, take both knees out, and then I'm going to push my legs up and out, squeezing up the middle, what you pulled in, and then I'm going to squeeze. And I swear, starting with your adductors makes your hamstrings less aggressive of firing. This is 4, 5, trying to hollow out a little bit, 6, 7, and then I'll do my best to keep my legs straight, and I'm going to drop it down just a little bit, and then I'm really going to emphasize reaching back and over. I'm going to go ahead and allow myself to go. The foam roller moves with me just a little bit to allow. Now that I did my froggy, I'm going to turn my kneecaps towards me, so I'm really getting that true hamstring thing. A lot of times when we rotate out, it bypasses the real hamstring things, which is why I didn't make progress for a little bit, because it was easier to do externally rotated, and so I did that. Alright, last one. Okay, I want you to identify your tighter side, and we're going to save that for last. Okay, we're going to work on our more fluid side. The second go around always feels a little better. So I'm going to keep my legs straight, but you can, if you want to soften, but I get to know you. I'm going to go ahead and take that. I'm going to do circles. So gravity's going to pull my femur head. I want to reach, I want to put energy out through my toes. So I'm going to drop it down, and then I'm going to bring it around. And this gets a little pull on here to loosen that up. So again, I'm getting there a little bit better. And this is number 3. I'm shooting energy out. 4. And this will help me when I'm in the air. 5. I went to the studio yesterday at 6, so we still have it. And I started working on 7. I started working on Flo Rida's song Cake just for fun. And it was fun. 1. It's like a really happy song. 3. And there's no reason. I just did it just 4. Honestly, just to play. 5. That's the best. 6. Kind of no agenda's nice. 7. Alright, so the best for last here. I'm going to go ahead and start lengthening out this and bringing it around. Check your kneecap. 3. 4. Yeah, see, this leg wants to go further. He wants to hang out. The other one was like, I don't want to. That's okay, though. Try not to fight it. Just trying to, like, ease it out. And then I'll go the other way for 8. 8. If you feel clicking and popping in your hips, it's just because you might be externally or internally rotated. That's usually pretty common of what that is. So what I do is I just make my circle smaller, or I change my kneecap angle. Awesome. Alright, so we're going to do both now. So I'm going to go ahead and drop both legs down, and then I'm going to circle. And I'm thinking like a straddle up, and I'm going to split, bring it around. We're going to get to the exciting stuff soon, but this is like that precursor to feeling good. 3. I'm sure you're checking it, but when I go down, I'm trying to maintain this spine neutrality versus letting it extend where I disengage. 7. It goes, I like to assume everybody knows, but I know it and I still mess up sometimes. Good, and then I'll go the other way. So I like it when people talk to me about, oh yeah, that's pretty normal that we would do that. 2. 3. And I'm just taking my internal core set 4 and keeping it stable while my long, hefty legs are doing their thing about being liberated. Awesome. Perfect. Just for feel goods, I've been and give yourself a little pull. I like to do it with bent hamstrings so that I can pull more. When it's straight, I'm just always kind of cautious. I've luckily not pulled or torn any muscles, but I think it's because I approach it gently. I'm not like, because if you pull or tear something, man, you gotta take so much time. It's such a defeat. All right, let's kick some butte, and then we'll go into like our mobility. So I'm gonna get my pelvis right. We did that on the foam roller. It feels so nice to be off of the foam roller because it's like so you and the reins are back in your hand. I'm gonna take my hands behind the nape of my neck. I want to take a nice deep breath in through my nose. Before we curl up or anything, I want you to exhale and relax your shoulders. Let your shoulders become butter. And then I want you to breathe in again. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now, if you would, just like you were on the foam roller without so you don't want to fall off, I want you to press into your feet because if you were to lift a leg, you could fall off. You're not on the floor, but pretend that way so all of your stabilizers are fired as well. And then from here, I'm going to go ahead and pull my ribs down to the floor so my insides are squeezing down, and I'm going to hover one of my legs off the ground, and then I'll set it down, and then I'll switch. And I want that, when I flex up from this portion, I want this portion engaged to stabilize, which is why I'm just bringing it into toe. We did that a little bit on the foam roller, but since we just did some, relaxation of things, I wanted to, okay. So, go ahead and push your heels down, and then still turn this in with that pelvic position. And I'm going to inhale, and exhale, I'm going to curl up, and lengthen back down. I'm going to flex up, and lengthen back down. And I'll go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'm going to hold it up, and I'm going to give a little pull straight. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm going to go ahead now twisting because I like that flexion. I'm going to twist to the back, and then back to the center, and then back towards the camera. And just kind of like I was on the foam roller, I'm pushing it to my heels because if I was on the foam roller and I twisted and I wasn't grounded, I'd fall. And you're not going to fall here, but your spine will take some of the brunt. And then one more. And then I'm going to come up to the middle, and then I'm going to go ahead and take my camera leg, I'm going to open it, and then I'm going to squeeze and pull it in for 8. Inhale, exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'll take that leg and I'm going to march it up and set it back down. I'm going to march it up, set it back down. I'm supporting my neck fully. 3. I'm sitting on my tailbone. 4. So the muscles around here are working. 5. Come Beckley. 6, 7. And then I'm going to take that leg, I'm going to send it out, and then I'm going to pull it back in. I'm going to add a little bounce to it. A little bounce. Back in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll keep the leg straight, and I'm going to stretch it, which will be nicer than if I just did this cold turkey. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, and then I'll set my heel down, and I'm going to slide it in, because I have all those props, slide it in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then I'm going to lift the leg and twist towards it. Twist, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. New pattern, I'm going to stay twisted. I'm going to kick and bend. I'm going to kick and bend. 3, 4. I just had to watch my kneecap real quick. 5, 6, 7. Alright, I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to point flex for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Alright, I'm going to leave it up there and I'm going to take this leg, I'm going to march it up, and when I top, I'm going to give a little splits and back in the best I can, just so that I'm teaching my pelvis that it doesn't all have to tuck, or I'll go the other way. 3, which is really important, dang it. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And I'll take the leg and I'll send it out, a nice little split, and then pull back in. And then I'll send it out, 2, and back in, kind of like I'm racing across the floor. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll keep the leg straight and I'm going to lift it up, and then I'll bring it back down for 8, and up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. And then I'll go and set everything down. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So hands behind the nape of the neck. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to curl up. And then I'm going to go ahead and open the other leg up to the side and close. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale and deepen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll take that knee and I'm going to march it up and back down. And I'm not twisting up, but I'm going to get there. I want to twist, it seems right, but we're starting with the neutral position. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll take the leg and I'm going to send it out and pull it back in. Send it out, reaching to the toes, squeezing my booty, open up my hip flexor. 4, 3, 2, and then I'll keep the leg straight. I'm going to lift it up and bring it down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'll set the heel down and I'm going to slide it in for 8. I'm trying to sit back on my tailbone if it happens to tuck a little. 4, 3, 2, and then I'll lift the leg and I'll let the twist towards it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'll give it a little can-can for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to hold it up and point flex. 8. Getting anything that might be tight. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And I'll take the free leg. I'm going to march it up and give my little splitsies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll take the leg, I'm going to send it out, 8, 7, 6, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'll keep it straight, and I'm gonna lift it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now if you can't, lay your head down, but leave your legs up if you can. And then I'm gonna kind of tuck my tailbone under, and then I'm gonna go into a nice tabletop position. This is a little easier, but this is gonna be more ergonomic. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start by twisting towards the camera. I'm gonna inhale to twist, push your shoulders down. You're gonna exhale, you're gonna pull things in. You're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna inhale to twist, and then exhale, pull it in. 2. I'm twisting, I'm squeezing my knees together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is gonna be funny. Plot twist. And 8. And then I'm gonna leave my legs down towards the floor. I'm gonna turn onto my side. And then I'm gonna rest my head under. And we're gonna go into glutes and then into obliques. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bring my shins forward a little bit so they're not back in fetal. And then I'm gonna flex and I'm gonna rotate open and close. And open and close. 3, 4. Okay, one thing I've done before, 5 that I've seen, is people push their knees back a little. Try to send this top leg out. Now can you pulse? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'll rotate knee heel. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm going to lift my heels up and I'm going to rotate open and close. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'll set it down and I'm going to hover this leg. I'm going to pull it in and then I'm going to press behind me, opening up my hips. Then I'm going to inhale forward. I'm going to press behind, open up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'll take my leg forward. I might not go all the way back because I have a beautiful desk right. Oh, I don't know. I might miss it. 2, 3. Oh, I think I did good today. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then bicycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my butt misses. 6. I did not do this over the weekend. 7 and 8. Then I'm gonna reverse. I'll bring it forward. I'm gonna bend and draw it back for 8, 7, 6, 5, good, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm gonna go and keep my leg straight. I'm gonna flex and I'm gonna pulse back for 8, 7. I feel so liberated that I have space back there. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm gonna point and draw little circles for 8, 7. I'm trying to open up my hips. 6, 5, 4, push it back, and 3, 2, and then I'll reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'm going to bring it back in, and I'm going to give my little kick, and then back. I'm going to give kick. I'm going to actually add that expansion since we're working on that. I wouldn't say straddle back. So any chance I can get some straddle back action so I can organically take it into my aerial practice. 2. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my leg down and I'm going to lift. I'm going to add a little kick too. That little kick is optional. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good job. Okay, I'm gonna let that stay there now, and then I'm gonna go ahead and take my hand behind here. I'm gonna bring my arm in front, and then I'm gonna go ahead and crunch up on the side. My knees are tucked together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now I'm gonna rest my head down and I'm gonna lift just my knees. Oh, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the last thing on this side is we're going to combine them. So I'm going to look both up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm only going to change my head because I still want to be able to talk to you. Other than that, you could turn over, but it is kind of nice to see, especially when we're home. Sometimes in the studio it kind of makes sense, but, you know, here we go. So I'm going to start on my back. Because I know I twisted towards you first, I know that I got twisted towards you again because I switched. So I'm going to bring my legs up to tabletop, and then I'm going to inhale, I'm going to twist, I'm going to exhale and pull myself back. I'm trying to keep my shoulders pressed down. I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale into a spine. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'll leave my legs on the ground. Turn over to the side. And then I'll rest myself. I am going to bring my feet forward, so I'm at a 90. And then I'm going to push my hip away so I'm nice and elongated. I'm going to flex and I'm going to go rotate open and close. Open. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to hold it up and pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to rotate knee heel. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This butt is so much better. And the fire is faster. I'm going to lift my heels. So I'm going to open for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'll set it down. I'm going to hover. I'm going to pull it in, and then I'm going to press behind for 8, forward, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I'll take my legs straight, and I'll bring it forward, and push back, and back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then I'll go into bicycle, so I'm going to bring it in, kick it forward, and squeeze it back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Then I'll reverse it forward. I'm pushing it back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then I'm going to keep my foot flexed, and I'm going to pulse back behind me for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And then I'm going to point, and I'm going to draw circles back there for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'll reverse it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then I'll bring it in, and then I'll add that kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'll set the leg down, and I'll lift it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then back to some stuff. I'm going to tuck my knees on top of each other. Bottom hand's going to go straight, and I'm going to push them around, and I'm going to lift up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just my knees. I'm going to rest my head, and I'm going to lift just my knees and set it down. Just 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then I'm going to combine forces and tucking it in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm in the home stretch of the things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab the timer, but we're going to get ready for the long glute series. Yes, this is perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect. And then this will take us, oh my gosh, it works so good. Okay. So most buttons on a tablet are like on the upper corner. Mine is on the bottom corner, so I always turn my thing upside down. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start on all fours. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit so I don't run into this here wall. So make sure that you have some space. I don't know if you guys can see it. Alright. Oh, you're going to start. I'm going to take my camera leg and I'm going to tap and lift. Tap, lift. Good. You didn't hear it. I didn't hear it either, but I knew. I'm going to pull my chest in tight. My shoulders in tight. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to hold it up and I'm going to pulse up as high as I can, belly button tight. Okay, now I'm going to keep my legs straight. I'm going to set it down and lift it up. Okay, I'm going to keep the legs straight, and I'm going to do little push-ups and back down. So I'm anchoring around the other side. Push. Push. Okay. So I'm going to bring the back elbow down, and my leg is at this angle, and I'm just going to pulse up. So I'm kind of in an open arabesque type angle. Up, up. For your glute recruitment, if you need to kick behind a little bit, kick behind, or you can go straight up. play with that though, but I hope it's not hip flexor or back. Good. Now I'm gonna bend. I'm gonna bring it towards my shoulder and I'm gonna push with the bent leg behind me. I'm adding a little bit of a back extension. As long as I still feel my glutes, so it's not like crunching my low back. Okay, same idea with the straight leg. I'm gonna go forward and I'm gonna squeeze back. And then I'm going to bring it close and open for clean. Then I'm going to add the kick. I'm going to lift, kick, bend, back in. Lift, kick, bend, back in. Last thing we're going to do is I'm going to set my foot down and lift it. Oh my goodness, this is so good. And rest. We're done with that. We're done. We're done. No more boopsies. So we're on a 30-second break, and then we're going to switch to the other side. And then we're going to get into some manual opening of legs because our glutes have pinned all the force, and our legs can be liberated. I'm also going to do some. The sun's trying to come out. I really wish it would just come on out. Just hang out with the sun. Yesterday was so nice. Okay. On that note, I'm just switching so I can still look at you. We're going to do it on the other side. All right. Okay, so I'm on all fours. I'm going to take it, I'm going to lift, I'm going to bring it up. Awesome. And then I'm gonna pulse. Uppy, uppy, uppy. All right, I'm going to take that leg straight and I'm going to set it down and lift it up. All right, I'm gonna keep that leg straight. I'm gonna do my little arm push-ups and back down. Getting all kind of weeble wobbly. And then I'll drop the bottom elbow, and I'm going to pulse back. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to bend, and I'm going to push to open up, and I'm going to bring it forward towards my shoulder. I'm going to push to open, and bring it forward. Awesome. I'm going to do the same thing with the straight leg. Forward and back. And then we'll bring it in for clamp and open. And then I'll add my little kick. I needed this. Man, I needed this. Ugh. I do this when I'm not teaching. I have done this drill at least 8 times on days that I have not taught. But I did not do it yesterday. I did not do it yesterday. Ooh. And I don't know, honestly, if it's easier or harder taking a day off. I think it feels hard every time. Okay, leg's gonna go down and then it's gonna lift. Oh my gosh. Done. Done. That's a 30-second breather. Okay, all that in the good hopes that we are going to be able to get down and dirty a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead. So once we're at our stretch, we're doing extending because we're going to capitalize on this without going over this. Okay, so we're going to do a little, like a brief one. We're going to do a 30-second split stretch instead of the normal minute holds, which I think is going to be perfectly great. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick a side, I'm going to lunge forward, and I'm going to go ahead and bring myself forward. Using your hands or whatever is needed. Now, one thing I've been adding into my splits practice is bringing my shoulders back and over because I've been educating, and a lot of your opening, you can only do so much from your femur, the other part comes from here. So this helps. And then I'm going to push back for 30 seconds. Softening. I'm trying to stay relatively stacked up, so I'm not like this, curling my back. So the next move is I'm going to go into lizard with an optional leg extension. I will explain. So what happens is I'm going to lunge forward again, and I'm going to go down to elbow, or elbows. I'll turn sideways. The optional leg extension is where I put my hamstring on this leg, and then I can extend it out. Totally optional. I'm going to do that later today, so I'm going to stay here for today. Opening up. This next time, I'm going to go into Howl at the Moon. So where I go back, and I take my hands, and I'm going to push, look back. Ugh, always and forever. There's a breeze in here, clearly. Okay, next move, I'm going to go into pigeon. I'm going to try to spin 30 seconds forward. And I like to have this back leg a little bit active. And then the last 30 seconds for this is I'm going to be upright. Again, a little bit of an extension. Feels good, I think it does. So I can reach back here and grab this. And I kind of settle into it. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Which nice, we got through a lot. Well, we're not done yet. I'm going to give myself a few seconds to switch, okay? Not needing to rush into that. Okay. Alright, ready? Well, actually, I'll start all the way over. We'll start in 5 seconds. Switching legs. We are going to go into our vertical. I know I skipped that kind of, but I wanted to do all the things from the knee up before we go ahead and go into the full extension. I think that would really help. And I've been playing around which sequence gets us the best results. So thank you for being here. And if I practice all this on my own, I did that for a long time. Good. But what would happen is I would stress out my muscles, and then when you're under stress, you recoil. And so I didn't know if it worked or not because I created so much recoil. I didn't really gain any benefits, or I was sore, which is, a back off kind of thing. Okay, the next thing is a lizard. Go forward and down. I can bring both elbows down, or you can tuck it under. You can bring it just one. One is good. And next will be Howl at the Moon. I'll come up and give a nice back. Have 5 more seconds. And then we'll go down to our forward pigeon. And then I'll bring it back. Bring my hips back, and then I'll turn the stretch. done with that. Okay, let's go ahead and go into Froggy while we're here. Oh, actually, we're gonna do single leg frog, so I'll wait till the timer. My hair did a really cool thing. For single leg frog, can you take one leg out to the side, like this, and then I'm gonna ease out like that, and we'll start now. Trying to slide out a little bit more. And then I recommend going forward before you switch. Yes. Now I'll back up and I'll switch to the other side. Perfect. And then we'll do double with bent knees. For whatever reason, I didn't want to go forward. That felt right. Okay, so then we'll do both regular froggy. And then I will go forward to come out of this. And then we're going to go into leg scales. So if you could, I'm going to go ahead and get cozy. I'm going to grab my leg. I like to grab under my foot, feels a little more cozy. And I'm going to rock back and forth, pulling. And then I'm going to lean forward and backwards. Good. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and cup under my heel. And I'm going to pull it back like a telephone. I'm going to back off. I'm going to pull it back as if I were talking on the telephone. I'll do two more. And then this is where I'm going to bring the leg in front. I'm going to reach under. I'm going to push my heel up and over. Try and readjust that. Good. And then what I want to do is I'm going to pull my shoulder back and then let it come forward again. Pull my shoulder back just so I can kind of move in there. Opening up. I don't know why I started on my tighter side, but that's okay. It's probably good for me. Save dessert for last. I feel a little more supported when this arm is down, but if I want to go further, I can set it down. But since it's my tighter side, I'm going to go ahead and keep it up. I'm going to push my heel, and I want to go ahead and press to extend and back. The current angle I am at creates little pops if I'm here, so I do want to angle open a little, and I'm pushing back. It didn't pop, but it has in the past, so just again, I want to share any things that I've done that's like, I feel pretty knowledgeable, and I'm sure if I make mistakes, other people do too. And then I'll go ahead and keep the leg straight, and I'm going to go ahead and press back. So it's straight but not locked. Good. 5, 6. And then I'm going to hold it really tight. And then I'm going to re-grip around the other way, and I'm going to pull in a little more. Beautiful. And then I will go and switch over to the other side. Gonna learn for things in. I'm gonna go into my little baby mode. I like to hug my foot by my inner arm, and I'm gonna go back and forth. Good. And then I'll push it back like a telephone. Good. And then I'll re-angle. I'm going to re-cup under. I'm going to pull it onto my shoulder. Or at least try. And then I'm going to move my shoulder around to kind of just move that femur in there. And then cupping with my hand and pushing back. I'm going to expand. This leg's a little more organic where I don't have to force angle a little better. It's a little more naturally, but I do want to check it. 3, 2, and then I'll push back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold it really tight. And then I'll regrip, and then I'll pull it. Starting to work. This is my more flexible side. It wants to go down with me, which is good. Slowly working. Good. While we're here, if your foam roller is closed, the last thing I would recommend is if you could stick it under your tailbone. It's probably a little oh my gosh, no, I forgot. Sorry, I did forget. I want you to check your splits out like this now. So we've done all that opening. So if you bring your leg forward, lunge yourself forward real quick, and then allow yourself to expand. See how far you can go. I don't have brakes. I think if I were on brakes, I could probably go a little farther because I'd be upright, but that's okay. Splits are like hard to do fast. It's something it's weird because it is super personal. Other side. Taking some leaps and bounds. Cool. Not bad for us on the 9 a.m. class in the morning. And then I'll go ahead and go under. Okay, back to business. Here's my head. I'm going to go and take both legs. I'm going to stretch over. And then if you would, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the figure 4 stretch. We didn't get a lot of that with the, so I'm going to pull in. And then I'll switch to the other side. And then we also did do wall stretch, but that was cleverly designed. Also, I'm going to go ahead and do it right here. I want to be able to move my pelvis so I can push my hands down. And then what I really wanted to use this for is I'm going to set one leg down and then the other. And then I'm going to move. And then I'm trying to get a little extension here to feel good. I'm going to run into the wall if I keep scooting down, so I'm going to move it on my back, but you totally can scoot down. What I'm trying to do is lengthen out with a supportive mechanism. And I'm trying to surrender into this. I'll move it up a little bit more. I'm expanding my ribs to get a little bit of that extension work. And then I'm going to do it a little bit more. So I'll scoot down this time. I don't have as much flexibility in my thoracic, so I'm going to support my head. It's getting better. And then I'll go a little bit more. And then I'll do the last little bit. Which you know sets up